And we're back, you guys. So we're here at the home of Ryoko. It's a pleasure to meet you. Please call me Ryoko. Pleased to meet you. I'm Detective Uzi Jin. Mr. Kamada told me about you. He said you wanted to know about what I portrayed about of Shinobu I sketched. Alright. Nothing about the girl in back. She was a friend of mine back in high school. I was devastated when I heard she'd gone missing. When I graduated, I gave that portrait to the school in her memory. In the final few months I knew her, she had really started to change quite drastically. She seemed a lot more flashy and loud than she ever had before. It probably had something to do with Goro. If only she hadn't gotten involved with him, none of this might have happened. I tried to be a good friend to her, but she chose her own path. I was never especially fond of him. Shinobu's disappearance has to be what started all those ghost stories. I've never given up hope that she might still be alive today. Which is why I was so startled a few weeks ago. Huh? If I remember correctly, it happened exactly 2 weeks ago. That night, I heard someone knocking on the door. Thinking it was my husband, I casually opened it, and there Shinobu was, standing right there in front of me. She hadn't changed a bit in 15 years. What? I was so shocked, I couldn't manage to utter a single word. She started to speak, which was the strangest part. She introduced herself as Ryoko Kojima, a student of Ushimitsu High School. So, Ryoko must have managed to follow the trail all the way here. But why is everybody confusing her with Shinobu? For Shinobu? As she interviewed me, I couldn't help but to notice how much she reminded me of Shinobu. It wasn't just her looks. Her mannerisms and style of speech seemed exactly like Shinobu's. As she got up to return home, she left me with these words. I have a reason to believe Shinobu is still somewhere within Ushimitsu High School. There is no doubt in my mind. Huh. What could that mean? Probably it's literate? The whole experience left me with such an uncomfortable feeling. No wonder Ryoko was so frightened. I would be too after hearing something like that. She already said that. It's a nice upper middle class house. Maybe I have to show her something. Ryoko's pic. Yes, that's her alright. Although she seems so different here than how she seemed when I saw her. Everybody says that. The resemblance was uncanny though. I'll never forget it. If Ryoko was indeed murdered, then I wonder if the killer had thought the same thing I did. I've told you all I know. Is there something on your mind? I'll let you know if I recall anything more. Hey, I wonder if Ryoko ever knew Mr. Hibino when he was young. They seem like they're just about the same age. Back when you went to Ushimitsu, you didn't happen to have any classmates named Hibino, didn't you? Hibino? I'm sorry, but I don't think I've ever knew anyone by that name. One thing does come to mind, though. Huh? Shinobu was best friends with a boy all throughout junior high. What was his name? Oh yes, his last name was Ushida. Ushida? Yes. He went to school with us at Ushimitsu for a while. The main suspect in the Kaneda case was a man named Ushida. Really? The Ushida boy we knew was just a boy at the time. It couldn't have been him. Come to think of it, wasn't it around that the time that he moved away? I apologize, but my husband will be home shortly. I'll let you know if I remember anything else relevant. Yes, please. So we gotta get out of here before the husband shows up. Thank you for your time. I'll be on my way now. I'll try my best to cooperate in any way I can. But detective, when Ryoko said that she thought Shinobu was still somewhere in the school, what could that mean? I don't know. This is the Utsugi Detective Agency. We're back home. Utsugi seems to be out at the moment. And I think it's time for a review. Ryoko must have found the old sketch just as I did, leading her to Shinobu's old classmate, Ryoko Katsuragi. Those strange words she left Ryoko with, what could they possibly mean? Another lead that's been opened up is this Ushida boy, who seems to have been another childhood friend of Shinobu's. However, I don't know if he has any relation to Teruhiko Ushida, the former suspect. It's entirely possible, though. Next, there's that strange man. Hitomi says he started showing up the day after Ryoko was murdered. Who could he be? What's his connection to the principal? There's a lot of things in the air. They say the strange man looks about 30. A few names come to mind when thinking of suspicious 30-somethings. Goro and the Ushida boy. But why would either of these two have anything to do with the principal? Oh geez, I slept so late. Days go by so fast in this game. Man, am I groggy. Chapter 9. Initials. This is Ushimitsu High School. There are a few students around. Time to ask questions. Yeah? Oh, that guy. He's totally gross. He was here a while ago, trying to flirt with us.
He flirted with me a whole bunch. Yes, he did.
Ugh. I didn't see him today, but he was here yesterday. You'll catch him for us, won't you, Mr. Detective? Is it true that Killer's still on the loose? Yeah, he's behind you. What? Who? Hey, Ayumi said that she was waiting for you in the art room. Hehehe. Huh? You two are pretty close nowadays, aren't you? Huh? Yeah, I guess. Let's go to the art room. Oh, there she is. Ayumi. Hey, Uzi. So, how'd your visit with Ryoko go? Well, apparently Yoko had been there just before she was murdered. Yeah. Ryoko mentioned Yoko was acting strangely when she came to visit. She said Yoko left uttering some mysterious words. She allegedly said to Yoko, "I have reason to believe Shinobu is still somewhere within Ushimitsu High School." Yeah. What could she meant by that? I don't know. I mean, I know, but I'm not gonna spoil it. Did Ryoko say anything about Shinobu? Well, apparently Shinobu once had a friend whose last name was Ushida. Do you think he could be related to the Ushida suspect from the Kanata case? I don't know yet. I didn't get a chance to ask about it. Nothing to say. Da 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 da. Be a nice parody to make people say dot 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 dot. There's something I need to tell you about that sketch. Something happened when I went to see Yoko's mother yesterday. There, she told me something that came as a total surprise. Yoko and Shinobu were cousins. Tun tun tun! The familial relations seem to explain their similarity to some extent. But Yoko's mother didn't seem to want to talk about it, so I didn't press for anything after that. Ah. Now we have a connection. Shinobu's spirit could have appeared in cousin's dreams, seeking help. What? It's odd, though. The common bloodline can only partially explain the resemblance. You see, when I saw Ryoko in the mirror, she was a spitting image of this portrait. Could Shinobu's spirit have somehow transferred into Ryoko? Oh, now you're just being silly. Look at that. That was funny. Did she really just mention spiritual transfer? I know, I'm crazy. But that's just how it seems to me. Yes, you are, Yumi. Yes, you are. Because you see, that's the only way all this just seems to make sense. Oh boy. Like, maybe Yoko was trying to say that she herself was the girl in back, Shinobu. Welcome back, Uzi. Did you have a chance to speak with Ryoko? Pardon? Yoko went to see Ryoko shortly before her death? That's right, Mr. Kamada. Did you ever talk with Yoko about the sketch? If that were the case, I would have told you by now. I wonder how Yoko could have found out about Ryoko. Well, you don't have much of a good memory, so I don't trust you. Yes, the sketches of Shinobu. I can't believe I forgot to mention it to you all this time. That's 'cause you're senile. I heard there was once a student here by the name of Ushida, who transferred away shortly after the Kaneda incident. Wasn't the main suspect of the Kaneda case named Ushida? I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. Nothing? Ushida isn't a terribly unusual name around here. He probably have red eyes and... Such a student ever happened to attend Ushimitsu High School, the principal would most definitely remember him. The principal knows everything about the students here. He has an excellent memory. He probably sneaks on girls in the bathroom. I would recommend you go to see him right away, but... Principal Urabe left early this morning on a business trip. If this Ushida boy went to school here, then Principal Urabe would definitely know about him. If only he weren't away on business. Well, that would help, but the principal is like never there. You'll be the first to know. I guess he ran out of things to say. Uzi, I'm going to go look for Hitomi. Huh? We've missed each other now for the second day in a row. I wish I knew what the matter was. This is so unlike the Hitomi I know. I'm going to investigate. Take care, Uzi. It's probably because he's still mad about the smoking thing. Hitomi, who's that? Hitomi Kawai is a strange, eyebrowless freshman who I met through a Yumi the other day. No eyebrows, eh? I don't believe I've ever met such a student. It's like nobody knows about him except the girls in school that they say that he's a freak or something like that. She's still here. Don't let him come back, Mr. Detective. She's like making fun of me, saying Mr. Detective too much. Ushida? Is that the man who's been hanging around lately? Huh? Maybe it was just a good guess. Do you know a student named Hitomi? What a weirdo! None of us girls talk to him. He's always out by the old building lately. Hey, Mr. Detective. Ayumi seems a little strange lately. Haven't you noticed it? Huh? You don't see it? That's weird. What do you mean about Ayumi? Well, lately she's been wandering aimlessly through the halls, like there's something really bothering her. She's starting to seem like a whole different person or something. I'd be worried about her if I was you. I've gotta go. Would you walk me home, Mr. Detective? So I've always picked no. I don't know what happens if you pick yes. Sorry, I got things to do here. Very keen of you, Mr. Detective. Ayumi's a real catch. It's good that you don't want to mess around on her. What? Take care of Ayumi, okay, Mr. Detective? See ya. I'm not really sure if you say yes, she says, oh, you're a cheater or something. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.